Dear Pink Unicorn. It's not nice. I'm not even close to deciding on a GOP candidate for 2024, but the abortion bill DeSantis signed is a big win for him. What I cannot stand is the low-T GOP losers who say this is bad for elections. Lives are at stake. Screw the elections. But let's say that's true for a second, that abortion bans are bad for elections. How long might it take to turn national opinion and be more accepting of the bans like the communists did the other way? His name is Jacob. Yes, I too applaud Heavy D in Florida for passing that bill. And I flatly reject low-T GOP losers like Nancy Mace who run to TV and say things like this.
We need to find a middle ground on this issue. And I have a great pro-life voting record, but some of the stances we've taken, especially when it comes to rape and incest, protecting the life of the mother, it's so extreme. The middle, the independent voters, right of center, left of center, they cannot support us.
We need a middle ground. We need a middle ground. Okay. I'm going to play you a little audio clip. You should know this is a governor, Michelle Lujan. This is a Democrat. Now, you tell me, what's your middle ground with this person?
So nail down for me then, how do you define, because up till now, my understanding is there wasn't a limit on when in a pregnancy a woman could receive an abortion. Have you set any limit on
There are no limits. So for us...
That's very controversial.
It can be. I mean, look, it's the 1% of all abortions, and that's still a sizable number of abortions worldwide.
1% over 21 weeks of pregnancy.
Correct.
No limits. It was put before the United States Senate not long ago, a bill to this effect, and every single Democrat said you should be able to have an abortion for all 9 months, right up to the moment of birth itself. What middle ground should I find with that, Nancy?
We need to find a middle ground on this issue, and I have a great pro-life voting record, but...
What middle ground? Now, to answer your question, this is where the GOP fails so badly. They say this is costing elections. Let's be clear, it is. It is. If you speak poorly about it and speak in the wrong way about it, it'll cost you a bunch of women, including Republican women. It will. But where the GOP fails, what they don't understand is we're not in a next election cycle war. They always act as if we're in the next election cycle. The next election cycle. That's not the kind of war we're in. We're in a cultural war. Culture wins are critically important. They don't show up at the ballot box, and they take time. It's going to take years to shift public opinion back in the correct direction on several things. I mean, we're talking about abortion, but this is several things where we've had decade after decade, year after year of public opinion only going one way, only going to the left. And because the GOP's motto is, this isn't the hill to die on, it's never shifted back the other way. So it's going to take time, and it's going to take losses. But you will notice the communists never hold back because they're worried about it costing them at the polls, ever. Because they understand, to their credit, there's something bigger at stake here. That if they can win culturally, then that's more important than any short-term electoral win. I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and we brought it up briefly on the show. And this is a difficult conversation to have, but it is true. It's one we do need to talk about. Let's talk about ourselves as a people. And this is not probably going to apply to you individually or me, but just ourselves as a people. We talk about limited government. We want government limited. You do and I do. Well, at least I hope you do. I sure do. I want it teeny tiny. If you gave me my way, I'd eliminate pretty much every government agency. Just take an axe to the whole thing. But the real wins that matter, they're not going to be on things that we ban, although I'm totally fine with banning things. It's going to be when we get to a place as a nation where we don't have to ban certain things. We, the people of the United States of America as we currently are, you know that limited government is not good for us, right? We're not a people who's ready for limited government. I wish we were, but not all governments suit all kinds of people. That's why America's nation building has failed so often overseas. You think you're going to walk into Iraq and make it a republic. They don't even know what a republic is. They don't have any idea how to handle a republic, and soon it degenerates into what it is now, the same violence they've always known. Because the truth is, they were a people, are still a people built for a strong man to be in charge. You know, like talking like that, because we like to imagine as Americans, everyone's ready for freedom. Everyone wants freedom. Some people shouldn't have freedom. Some people aren't ready for freedom. I wish we were. We're not. It's going to take a long time to get there. You shouldn't have to ban an abortion. That should just be something people don't want.